Hi, good day. It's time for another new video. I'm Wilson from Frck, and we're here at Bukit Timah today. It's the 30th of April, and we're going to be checking out this new section of the Bukit Timah Trail that was built in response to the constant flooding that one of the sections towards the end of the Bukit Timah Trail loop called Stairway to Heaven, how that part has now been bypassed by a new trail section. So the new trail section is longer and a little bit more technical, a little bit more interesting. So we're going to see how that actually plays into our understanding of the entire Bukit Timah Trail loop. I'll be running it today, trying out a couple of different lines and a couple of new features as well. Tell you all about it. And as well, I'm going to reintroduce you guys to that last stretch of Bukit Timah mountain bike loop just before it pops out to the popular endpoint or the popular gathering point, which is the Hindhede Drive Visitor Center, where you will see most of the hikers usually gather. Okay, but we're on the bikes today, so let's get on the bike. I'm going to be on the long travel trail bike. Probably overkill for what we're going to do, but I'm just taking it for a test run, aren't I? Just making sure that it works. So let's head down, making sure that everything is running properly. Oh, look at this. This is the common reroute. I think there's a couple of things going on here which we can talk about. First of all, the original path was down this way and to the right. We can probably poke a bit down that way, but I just want to probably look at what's happening here on the left. You go up the left here. We will go to the left in a while, but based on my own experience, it hasn't really been the most popular route, especially when it's wet, because it's a maybe about 100-150 meter stretch, which is really muddy, and it really gets muddy when it's wet. I think it's pretty dry weather the past couple of days, but I may be wrong when it comes to water retention. Yep. So you can see a rider just gone straight, when actually going left would have been like the correct path. What's also interesting is another signboard here which is informing us about volunteering for trail maintenance. So we can have a look at that in a while. I'm gonna just poke down my way to the right here, which is the traditional route. We are going to have a look, and I'm gonna show you what was originally the line. I think what's happening here is possibly a little bit of confusion where people are concerned. I'm not sure whether that sign is viable, but used to be we are going across that way towards Stairway to Heaven, the section which is now flooded. Of course, that's been boarded up. If you look down this way a little bit, you will see how there's actually a really clear bypass parallel to this green stretch over here where there are some underground water pipes. You go down this stretch, whether you're a rider or a walker, someone on foot, and people turn left usually. There's a big gravel path that has been created over on the left hand side. We might get a chance to look at that, and there's usually a smaller single track that goes up that way. So this is definitely the more smooth route. If you make a hard left up that way, which we're going to do right now, you'll see how potentially janky it is. We'll just do the whole thing properly as per what is prescribed by the signs. Okay, and give you a bit more perspective on what's going on. Okay, I've just come in reverse, and we're just going to make this approach and pretend that we're just riding along, and I'll just show you how potentially the construction of this section can be improved. So you see a sharp left developing here. Pretty technical climb. I mean, it really catches up on you. I'm not sure if you can remove a couple of rocks over there. But this section of trail through the forest here didn't used to exist. This section of trail has already been used for some time. Dry so far, dry. This is the part where there are a few holes. You can see the mud holes here. Okay, you can see where the discomfort really starts. I'm not sure, what do you guys think? You can comment down in the sections below whether you use this route versus the more straightforward gravel path to the right of us. And if you use this path we're currently on now, what's your experience of it? I think we could stand and get some feedback of this. So we're actually right now exiting onto the road, and this is the part which potentially, I'm not sure whether this actually works. You might be on the road for a while. Again, I'd probably like to get a feedback on whether riding on the road for any stretch of time like we are doing now actually makes sense for mountain bikers. I mean, we're not road bikers after all, so it would just be good to get an understanding of what we're doing here. Not all of us are comfortable riding on the road any stretch. You see there's an entry over there. Let's find out whether we can actually get a better understanding of what we're doing here. I'm actually really confused as to whether we should be going in this way or not. Okay, obviously a very technical feature. I mean, I don't think it's meant to be a squirrel catcher in the strictest sense. So we probably want to highlight some of the safety concerns that are ongoing. This area often has heavy lorries and trucks going in and out. There is a ST Kinetics factory at the end of this road after all. So I just want to punch my way in here and then just give you a perspective of what's actually going on, keeping safety in mind. Oh, you see, I'm not sure how this actually works, so again, I'd like your comments on that. It's not the easiest feature to go over. If you're unfamiliar with this area, this could come as a bit of a surprise to you guys. Coming as a bit of a surprise to me, definitely. I wouldn't say this is the best trail as well in terms of upkeep. We're just making sure that there is some perspective over here, and you can see most of the riders are actually coming by the single track here, and you can see a closer view of the railing up here where I just went on the road across. The single track area here is pretty narrow, and there's a kind of a skinny bridge over here. Hi, good morning.
Morning.
We see that I think this is actually probably the most logical path. So that signage which we saw back at that end when we had to make a sharp left up onto the single track where it turned muddy, I'm not sure if that's the best route or the best decision in terms of sign placement. So I'm just going to take it as us doing the most logical sequence of events. I didn't see any easy entry from the road back down, so we're just going to go Frck Garden. So I think this is actually the best version of a squirrel catcher, you can call it. Definitely call it a single black. The purpose for a squirrel catcher is actually to make sure that people don't get ahead of themselves when they are entering the start of the trail. If they have problems with this feature, they are probably going to have problems with the rest of the trail. So this is a kind of an indicator of how hard the rest of the trail is going to be. Let's give it a ride. You can watch the rider ahead of us. You might follow him for a while. Frck Garden. It's a bit of a turn on it. Let's just do a bit of description of the trail. There's a lot of hard-packed gravel on this. Ooh, it's a little bit of a catch berm there. It's an uphill turn. I was here for a volunteer trail day and we worked on one of the features at the bottom of this valley that's coming up. This section here had already been completed. So we're just getting a bit of perspective on how this section of trail rides. As I said earlier, it's hard-packed gravel. Ooh. Can be a bit narrow. I'm not sure if you want to lean your bike over too much. There are a lot of young shrubs and trees along the side here. They're about that thick. And I can say that we are on a slight climb at the moment. A lot of these sections are rock armoured, so it's probably to facilitate a water drainage here. You can see where there's a great reversal on the trail. It goes down and up and down and up. This kind of facilitate the water runoff. So this trail is definitely built with water drainage in mind. But the fun section is really coming up right now. You can see it's kind of flowy. You pass by this old fence here on the side here. You start to come to a section where there's a little bit more turns. There are a couple of big berms that are coming up right now too. So if you look at our... Hello. Alright, right?
Yo, you're there.
Ah, hi, hello, how are you? I didn't recognize you.
Yo.
We are looking at the berms here now. Alright, my friend, who I've ridden with a couple of times, he's in front of me. Let's go play the berms here. It's my first time through on this bike here, so I'm just taking it easy. We're coming to this entire skills area here. And well, that's a crossing across the drain. You can see where this is actually a skills area over here. We're going to have a closer look at that. We'll ride those features in a while, but I want to check out the berms ahead. Alright. Now I'm not going to push up the trail. I'm just going to go up this side path, this uphill climb there, next to those two drops. So we'll check out those two drops, okay? This is where I want to be walking or riding my bike up. Nice drop features here. Definitely be trying them out in a bit. Yeah. I don't think I'm supposed to go up there, so I'm not sure. We might actually push up on the berms and see, provided it's clear. Yeah, let's do that. In the meantime, we can roll down these drops. Perfectly safe. I'm just going to do a little sneak up in reverse here before anybody comes along. Okay, here we go. I'll do this a little bit faster. Oh, these berms actually have really good support. Like, they tail off really well. Yeah, that's done a little bit faster, so it's quite nice. Oh, that was so slow. That was really badly timed. No, I was trying to drop that. No speed. Very harsh critic on myself, so I'm just going to do it again properly. Okay, let's do the bigger drop. That's okay, not too bad. Can improve. So you can see how easy it is to recirculate back up again. I'll do a little bit of a poke there. Let's try again with the smaller drop. I don't know, man, I feel I'm really leaning back on that. There's really not enough speed to kind of do any reduction to the technique, so you kind of have to really have a good pop, a really good preload, I mean. Okay, there you go. Let's try something else. Let's try something different. Oh, we have a transfer there. I'm not sure if it'll work the other way. Let's give it a try. I don't know, guys. I start from this approach. Yeah, I'm not sure. It's probably more of a bunny hop, really. Oh. Be nicer to have more speed for people who are learning, because I know for a fact that drops is always easier the faster you go. If you want a drop to be harder, you just go slower. And the way that pad is designed, it's really forcing us to have a very slow approach, doesn't it? I'm going to be riding on the technical features here right at the bottom here. This is lower pad here. The small rock garden, small rock rollover, U-turn spot, kind of tight. I gotta cut the vegetation a bit. And then up and over this. And then a longer rock garden. So I think that's the direction we're going to take right now. Pretty much a clockwise direction. A great skills practice feature, really. And kind of mix it up as we go too. Yeah, I'll show you. You can bypass the first rock garden and do the second one. Oh, sorry, vegetation. You can go up the big one again and then bypass the last one. So as long as you stay in a single direction, I think you should be pretty sorted. There's a barrier gate there. I don't know where that goes. Might be locked the next time I come here. Let's talk about a climb. I'm not sure if it's aptly named. It's called Olympus. I do know for a fact there's switchback rock gardens. Switchback corner rock gardens. It's pretty dry now, so this kind of works for now. The tires I have and the bike I have. Gotta really weigh that front wheel to keep the front wheel from drifting off to the side. So this links up to actually where Stairway to Heaven is. This last stretch here where you see this longish straight is where the Stairway to Heaven main line used to be. There's a section of road trail over there. I'm going to do a left. Very reminiscent of Pulau Ubin. So we're just going to work on our climbing technique just through here. It's really hard packed at the moment, but might get a bit rooty towards the end. This new gravel section. Okay, now we're at the top of Stairway to Heaven, and I'm gonna go through the rest of BT, which might be a bit more familiar. This part may not look so familiar because it's actually used to be broken tarmac. It's crushed gravel now, they flattened. Oh, look, there's the old tarmac. See? They didn't put gravel over the whole stretch, just that first bit. Let's go for a roll down memory lane, shall we? Sharp right. This is a turn we all remember. What a great section. This is more of the classic BT trail that we all know. Let's see what they've done to the sections in front. Small rock garden here. More rock gardens. Ooh! Very slippery. I mean, the moss has a chance to grow back, hasn't it? This is a smooth section through here. We're going to see what the next technical stretch is like. Hi, hello.
Hello, how's the new show?
Oh yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah.
Good. Any feedback?
Yeah, I think the given a bit of feedback there. I don't think you heard the whole conversation, but well, we'll just ride this section first, shall we? Oh, this is classic BT, man. They really cleaned up this section here. It's a smooth climb out. I love this area for the climbing switchbacks. Oh, people kind of steer around the rock garden now, which is interesting. Laid down fresh gravel here. Oh, so cool. And that brings us out to the exit. Here's the exit. And what you know as your classic BT loop is now complete. This is the reverse view. Obviously, you want to watch out for cars when you're exiting. So that's my review of the new section of the Bukit Timah loop, the bypass to Stairway to Heaven. Let me know what you think of that. You know, thoughts and comments. Please leave it in the comment section below. Alright, I'm gonna head now. Thanks for watching. Tell me what you think, okay? And I'll get a ride with you again really soon. Bye.